Alright, this video is going to be split into two different parts. So in this first video, we're going to look at solving matrix equations using inverses. So our key first is to find our inverses. So we're going to find the inverse of the 2 by 2 matrix. We're just going to write off to the side the determinant is going to be 8 minus 14. So we get -6. Here's how this is going to work. So we're going to multiply both sides by the inverse. You want to make sure your dimensions match up nicely. So I'm actually going to put it in the front of both. Now remember, for inverses, we're going to switch the A and the D. And we're going to change the signs of the other diagonal. So it'll be +7 and 2. Now in the future, we don't have to write out that whole part. I just want to show you in this first example what's happening. So I'll show you in the second example exactly what you need to show for your work. The important thing is that we're multiplying the other side. So notice the order that we're multiplying, we're making sure that the dimensions do match up. Now when you multiply something by its inverse, you just get the identity matrix, which is our goal. So in the future, I'm not going to show that multiplying. I'm going to assume that I did the inverse correctly, and I'm just going to do the multiplying on the other side. Keep the fraction factored out until the end. It just makes it a lot easier to work with. Remember, with multiplying, you're going to get a 2 by 1 here. And then we are going to get 12 and 6, and you'll just divide each of those by -6. And then since this is a matrix equation, we are going to leave our answer in matrix form. So remember, we said the identity matrix is the equivalent of getting a 1x or a 1y in this case. So we've solved for our x and our y values in here. We're going to try the same thing with the second example. I'm going to write it a little bit differently, but it'll be the same idea. So in this case, it's the same thing. I just put m instead of x times y, but you're still going to be solving for that matrix. So we want to find our inverse. The determinant is 10 minus 15. We need that for our inverse. So now, obviously, if I multiply the left side by the inverse, I'm going to get m by itself. So really what you want to show is multiplying the right side by the inverse. Notice I am not using the calculator for these because these are ones you will be expected to do without a calculator at all. And that's really it. So if you're starting out with a matrix equation, your final answer is going to be in matrix form. In the next video, we're going to look at how we convert a system of equations over into this matrix equation as an option for solving a system.